that Memphis.
And you have people that want to speak up, but they can't because they feel that, oh, if I speak up, I'm going to be attacked.
The Dynasty.
Hey.
Why it's doing that, but it's doing that thing.
Wow, LG
Hey.
thing is broken. He's switching ways himself. Welcome to the session. I am Dark Riddler. Man right here next to me is 210 LG of
Yes,
the Dynasty
sir.
Network and Emperor thereof.
Yes, sir. And
Good
we
talk.
are all our thoughts are our own and all that. You know, the usual BS. The usual.
The usual. What we gonna talk about today? We was actually sitting there. I was sitting there. Took a listen to Retrolag's actually Spotify that he did this morning about mental health and things of that nature, and he touched base on several subjects, and I wanted to really just emphasize on a lot of things that I've been personally observing myself over a while now, and everything else. So,
Right.
the first thing I've come to notice is, okay, there are several men and women who will literally like speak out about their mental health issues, and they will literally like get hate for it.
Yep.
Okay, but under the same breath, if they put a thirst trap or whatever, they'll get like all the likes in the world, things of that nature. And several people, Luna Da Vinci being one of them, kind of touch base with it and stuff like that. So, and so like I told her, I kind of been observing that. Now, mind you, LG, we talk about how, females only post thirst traps and shit like that for attention. We talked about the subject and everything else, but what about the ones who actually do more than that and just speaking out, about their actual problems, their content, their issues, things of that nature, and they not getting that attention, whereas someone who only does thirst traps or only complains about their mental health almost every other day, we see it. It's there. We see it. They get all the attention. So I mean, which is right? Because it's like, okay, we can't bitch one way saying, okay, well, this female only pushes thirst traps for attention, but then we have all these women who actually talk about their problems, talk about their content, post their shit, post their thirst traps and everything else, but those are the ones that's being hated on. Now, mind you, I'm speaking on the ones that actually we know do that, but in the same breath, they'll sit there and tell us what they are trying to do to rectify it and to fix that issue.
Right.
Now, mind you, I'm saying trying because, it's not an overnight thing.
Yep.
But at least they're trying. They're not just posting. You don't see them just posting every other day about their mental health. They talking about their struggle. They talking about how they trying to do something about it, how to try and can be hard some days, etc., etc. So why are those ones being hated and exonerated from and being their mental health being invalid in comparison to somebody who only purses thirst traps and speaks on their mental health, or somebody who only speaks on their mental health. But those two are valid.
That's a interesting question. I honestly think that a lot of it just has to deal with how it's being presented. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that's the biggest problem right now. A lot of people, they don't make it clear what they're trying to do. Like they don't like with their accounts or whatever, especially on social media. And there's nothing wrong with having like a I guess a public diary, if you will, because that's how a lot of people they treat these things as like a public diary with their Twitter pages. That's why like you see their stuff seemingly all over the place, or they're always talking about the mental health or whatever. Um, and I mean, my thing is like if that's what you're looking at as a diary, I mean, at least make it clear. I think that's what you need to do is make things clear, because I think the reason why some people get flack about it and some others don't is probably because there's a lot of things that go into it. It's a paradox really if you really think about it, because there are certain things that people are like, oh my god, why is this person talking about it? Oh, this person's so annoying when they talk about this type of stuff. But then some other female could say the exact same thing, and it's yes queen and all of that. So there's a saying, I guess, that goes along the lines of some people won't like what's being said simply because the person's saying it. you know um Me and you can get to say the exact same thing, and we've seen it happen. Well, inadvertently happen, at least, because I don't try to copy anybody like that,
Yeah,
unless it's to be petty. But if it gets to that point, you already know it's
I
there's a
have done
reason
that
for
to people, randoms.
it. There's a reason for it. But like we've seen it to where it's like, if you say this one thing because it's you, or because it's me, or because it's you, it's a totally different response. But then again, we also got to look at it. There's people that are, from their point of view, they see things, how they see us, or how they see these women out there that are posting their thing. I will go on record and say that I have no problem, with people talking about their mental health. Um, I have no issues with people putting that type of content out there. If you're making a diary of sorts. Um, I just feel that there are certain things that honestly there should be certain things that should be kept to kept not publicized. You know what I'm saying? Or if you
Hmm.
are going to talk about stuff like that, I would say, I hate saying it like this, but put it behind a wall, not a paywall, but a wall. I mean, if you want to have people pay for access, whatever, that's your choice. Whatever. Um, that it's not my, it's kind of to me, but if you want people to, uh, if you want to control how things are being presented, then that, yeah, I would say that. That's what I would say. It's just really it, and I agree with you. Sometimes it does get weird, because like when you see some of these girls, it's like, I think it's also a lack of genuine too. I think, what I'm saying? Like it's a people want people that they can relate to, and if people feel like you're playing them, they'll act a different type of way, if that makes sense. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So if people feel like for example, the reason why, like, and I mentioned this on my last video with Blasia, that a lot of the times that the reason why a lot of people now have this issue with sex workers, especially the females, is because a lot of them do stupid shit, and then they turn around and then they link their OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? Or try to get you to buy their shit after they just got finished being hella disrespectful. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So when you keep seeing that trend going, that's a lot of that. It builds up resentment. You know what I'm saying? So then they start painting things with a wide brush. So,
yeah,
and all literally all a uh, uh, stereotype is just a generalization of people painting things with a wide brush. Like, oh, people have seen, out of 10 black folks, they've seen 8 of them eat chicken, so they're like, oh, black folks love chicken. You know what I'm saying? You know, it that it's that's a simple version, but you kind of get where I'm going with that.
yeah,
So,
yeah, definitely.
um, I I think right now we're in the generalization. We're getting, and especially with the internet, it's amplified that tenfold. You feel me? Like it's taking that, like basically it's getting put in front of your face just because that's what we interact with or what people see, or you know what I'm saying? That's the perspective that's being put in front of us, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
Well,
I think that's what it is.
now see here's my thing. Okay, now you got somebody like you got a Luna Da Vinci. You have
Okay.
people like Lexi Tones. You have people like Alta Vinch
Okay.
who have great content, pretty much decent lives they live in, who talk about their issues, talk about talk about how they're trying, what they're doing to rectify it, how they did rectify it, or how they're still dealing with it and what they're trying
Right.
to do, et cetera, et cetera. Here's the thing.
Mm.
Now,
Yeah. Mm.
they've received hate for that because they're willing to express not only the problem, but they're willing to express what they're trying to do about it.
Right. Right.
They ain't
That's true.
going off on nobody, telling off on nobody like that, you know. But granted, they have spoke on several issues, you know, when they deem people in the wrong. Other than that, they mind their business, do their
Yeah.
content, post their
Yeah.
content, other than that. So what makes my thing is, and this is what really makes me mad about it, is them and the several people like them who I actually follow. I was just naming three because those the main three who I know I see doing that, who are that way, who literally get hate because they're not jumping on that whole bandwagon of okay, they're not jumping on that have man mentality of it. You
Mm.
know what I mean? They're willing to point out both men and women,
Yeah.
and I know Lexington for a fact. She's literally made several tweets regarding several people being wrong. Luna has openly stated, from people to TikTok, everything else.
Yeah. True that.
Altavenge has literally said, "Hey, enough is enough. I'm sick of the whole boob still in view thing. I'm tired of people saying this. I'm tired of people saying that." But you know what? And then on the other hand, she sat there and openly said, "You know what? If y'all gonna hate on me, I'm gonna use that hate and turn it into positivity. I'm not
Fair
gonna
enough.
sit there and I shouldn't have to take this. So you know what? I'm gonna use it to benefit me."
Right.
But in and there's several other people like that. But they're hated, they get blocked, they get unfollowed
Yeah.
for that. In comparison to somebody who sits there and posts almost every other day, they unloved, they unliked, etc., etc. Nobody reaches out to me. Like, it's gotten really to the point where I know for a fact, personally, myself, I'm speaking for myself when I say this, I have reached out to several people and I said, "Hey, you need somebody to just listen to you bitch scream, vent, whatever, how the fuck you feeling, send me a message. I will drop what I'm doing and I will hear you out. You are a witness to this, and I have done this on stream.
Yeah.
I do not
that
care."
was that was unintended. Like I was when I called you, that was purely. I felt bad after that. I ain't gonna. I felt bad. I did. I was like, ooh. I was like, damn. I shouldn't have did that.
But
What
it's
drop?
gotten to where now, like, it's like, okay, who exactly? My first question is, like, who do you want reaching out to you? Because it just seems like to
Yeah.
me, every time somebody posts something, it's for the sole purpose of getting those same 4 or 5 people every single time to sit there and have to validate you.
Right.
But
Right.
these same kind of people are getting mad at a Luna Da Vinci, getting mad at a Lexitones, getting mad at a Alta Venge because they're posting their problem. They're saying what they're trying to do about it and how they're making an effort every day about it. And they're still able to do their content.
Yeah.
I don't know everybody about us, but that's a little bit unfair. And unfair is me putting it nicely.
Yeah, it is. Because it's like, I think it kind of goes by what you just said earlier too. It's the hive mind. Like a lot of them are not. It's because that's the hive mind mentality right now. It's like that's the status quo, and like a lot of them are just not. Uh, it's there. What the status quo is like, I'm noticing a lot of it is super polarized, and it's only one way. Like you have to do this, you have to believe that. This is what you have to believe. You have this is what we believe right now, and if you don't, believe everything of what we believe, then you're less than, you're this, you're that, and all of that stuff. And that's the thing that I can't get with, you know, um, everything isn't always black and white, especially for those that work in sex work. Like, that's the thing that really bothers me is like everybody, like these people that are doing this stuff, especially those that work in sex work, are
Yeah.
literally trying to make everything black and white. And it's like, bro, you can't make everything black and white, especially not in sex work. You know what I'm saying? Uh, you know, I like, and it's not fair. You're right. It's not fair, and it's basically, these people. I wish people as a society. I think it goes more of also a societal problem too, that people are not willing to understand another side of the conversation outside of their own. You know what I'm saying? Or
Mm-hmm.
or they're afraid of having a certain conversation, or afraid of, if they do have the conversation, a lot of these conversations have to be off stream in complete privacy, because, oh well, I've generated this much of my following with this mentality, and I'm afraid to, if I lose, this amount of following or whatever, if I say this, I'm gonna lose some of my following. You know what I'm saying? And that's really the problem. And my thing, like I said, I think me and you have both kind of gotten to that thing where, like, I say what I want regardless of whether who stays or goes. I mean, is it annoying sometimes? Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, I'd rather be honest with how I feel than sit up here. Sometimes you do got to put certain things to the side. I get it. Um, that was the same thing I was telling Retrolag on Twitter the other day. Like, I know he was talking about he had uh it was the other post that he did talking about like other people, and he was talking about, oh, the Game Awards thing, when I
Yeah.
mentioned I was in a roundabout way what I saw at the Game Awards. And I said, look, that's why we got to learn how to rub elbows. And he was like, nah, fuck them. I say, here's the thing, right? And I know we we both don't really care much for that woke crowd or whatever, or that weird crowd or whatever. However, what we have to learn is there's certain things that's working. There's a reason why they're at the spot that they're at. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why old boy got a spot in the Game Awards. You know what I'm saying? That little segment in the Game Awards. You know what I'm saying? And there's a reason why certain people are in this position that they in now. Now, whether they got there legitimately, illegitimately, or pull the favors, whatever, that's beyond discussion. But there's a difference between there. Honestly, what they've done is they've literally learned how to rub elbows with these people. You know what I'm saying? And it's about how you handle these certain types of situations, and how you present it. You know what I'm saying? And also it deals with the people's perception as well. And if I guarantee you, if some of these people, because there used to be a joke about something about Beyonce's fans, like the Bayhive, how they're just so toxic. And somebody said if if Beyonce told women how to be a good, like the cook and clean, and be there for their husbands like on a regular basis, they'll do it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's
Mm.
Beyonce. You
Yeah.
know, although that is relatively debatable, but it makes, if Beyonce was promoting more of that, of being a good wife or being a good person or whatever, then they would, more people would follow that. But that goes for anything, you know what I'm saying? But up to us, like as far as us, what we have to learn how to do is we have to learn how to to be able to rub elbows with the right people, you know what I'm saying? To be so that way our message can get up there. You know what I'm saying? Because that's basically what these clowns are doing. There's a reason why when it came down to the Game Awards, for example, though that particular person had his own segment. You know what I'm saying? Which so happened to feature old girl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She was, to be fair, and I know Disparity got mad about that, but the kind of sidetrack this a bit, to make it clear, because when I looked at it again, just to make sure, she was only there by proxy, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
She was only there by proxy, and you can kind of tell, like, for those that's done editing, any form of editing, you can kind of pick it up that basically you notice by what she was basically the line that she was given, she really didn't have a major role in it. She was just there because she happened to be there in that particular episode or whatever. They gave her a quick little spotlight. Everybody else had their little time to speak. You know what I'm saying? Had way more screen time to speak than her. So she really wasn't the main thing. I know, some people are like, well, she's there anyway, but like I said, she was there by proxy. And and old boy got his spot up there because, like I said, he rubbed elbows, and that's what we have to start doing. Is some of the tactics that these people use, that even though we may not like them half the time, sometimes I know it may sound like a little conflicting, but sometimes, especially if that's what we want to be out there, sometimes we do have to kind of take some of those measures and understand what these people are doing to get out there. You know what I'm saying? And employ some of those tactics ourselves, and just put a twist on them for that fits for us. There's nothing wrong with, like, Kiwa and them, posting how they post, and there is a fan base for it. You know what I'm saying? But then, like I said, once again, you got to kind of figure out, okay, these other girls are just putting out this other stuff, like, oh, well, these open-ended things, these open-ended, well, nobody wants to talk to me type things. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You notice that gets it. How does it, like, when you see those people, like, say you see Kiwa makes a post, says, hey, nobody cares about me, I really feel like it's that and the third. It makes you feel a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? It makes you want to go help her. You know what I'm saying? Because especially if you feel a certain type of way about her, or you connected with her in a certain manner. You know what I mean? So take that and amplify that, like, by some other random female, and amp that up by like 10, 20. That's exactly when those that have way more followers, and that's pretty much their MO, their stick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's part of what they do. And I mean, I'm not necessarily rationalizing it per se,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm making it to where people can understand what they're doing and how to move accordingly. So if that's not how you want to react, and if, say for example, if random, let's just say another random girl's name, let's say random girl A makes all of these posts and, oh, nobody loves me, nobody this, that, and the third, post it, and then turn around, post OnlyFans pictures and blah 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 and all of that stuff. So if you see that and then you try to respond to her and you don't get a response, then it's really, at that point, it's really up to you how you move forward with that. Because what's happening is, there's a lot of people, once again, the societal problem, that will answer to those women that they're basically just using that attention, because that's their currency. That's part of what
Mm-hmm.
their currency is, the attention. So if you're trying to reach out, genuinely trying to reach out, and you don't get the response that you're looking for, then the best thing for you to do is to back up, and to to not give that much attention, or to ease up, or not give it at all, or even block if you feel it's necessary. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's really, like I said, it's really up to you how to handle that situation. So I like I said, I understand how, once again, working in the industry, we know how the game go. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it's to be, and let's just be real, bro. Like, honestly, it's when you start doing sex work, attractiveness is the key
Yeah,
for it.
very much
I
so.
know it's not it's a bitter pill to swallow for most. Some got to work harder than others. There are some that may not have the best looks or may not have their angle down yet, so their pictures that they take make them look awkward. Um,
Or how we talked
uh,
about before, how some people should just genuinely just stick to thirst traps.
yeah, some of them shouldn't even be doing thirst traps. To be honest with you, they just suck at it. I mean, I wouldn't say they suck at it, but it's just like you can't handle if you can't handle the attention that comes with the thirst traps. Like there's so many too many girls right now are posting up thirst traps and not ready, not mentally preparing themselves for the backlash. And
Yeah,
I'm not talking about bad. I'm not good and bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you're gonna get way more people that's gonna try to follow you, or you post a thirst trap. Somebody's gonna hit your DMs. Somebody's gonna try to shoot their shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, just be honest with yourself. If it, and just call it take it for what it is. It's not hard.
yeah.
It's not. So if you can't handle that as a content if even if you aren't an adult content creator, if you even think or if you're thinking about it, if you're not going to be able to handle that, you know what I'm saying, or if it's going to damage your mental health, then don't do it. Like
I mean,
legit, don't do it.
hell, LG, we got some like literally in the industry who literally would get mad if they just did not get enough likes on the thirst trap picture, man.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
literally will tweet out about that and literally are like just flabbergasted by it and just block the replies and just complain about it till they get the number they want. We
yeah.
got
No,
them.
man.
We got them ones though too.
Mm-mm. I mean, yeah, that's true. And I mean, to those, I just tell them, I don't even fuck with them. Like honestly, I literally roll my eyes and keep it moving. Like
Yeah.
you're over here posting all of that shit, then if I really feel petty, I'm like, well, look, maybe there's a reason why people ain't liking your shit. Maybe they like seeing you mad. Well, maybe that's what you've set that precedent with your audience already. For one, they like getting you, upset. For one, it's that's their form of entertainment. And two, you set that precedence. Or three, or two, excuse me, you're not that attractive enough for oh, can I get 100 likes on this photo? And you only got 10 and you're mad. Well, I can't believe y'all didn't. Well, I
I
can't. You
I can
playing with
believe
me?
it.
I can't believe you.
I
I'm
can
like, bro,
believe
I
it.
can't believe you got 10 likes. I don't care. You better be glad you got the 10.
Like for real. But
Mm.
see, this is why I really wanted to touch this, because it's just like you get these ones who generally just like you can just tell they saying it just for that kind of engagement. You get that. Now you get
Yeah.
those females who are willing to sit there and say, well, willing to call that kind of nonsense out.
Mm.
And they practically are hated, blocked, unfollowed, muted for that.
Yeah.
Because they're not, like as I said, like not willing to jump on that bandwagon. And like I said, and it's another thing. Like and see, and I got pissed off about this, and I'm gonna name drop this one too. Key Play. I know you know who that is.
Yes.
While ago, made a tweet saying she was feeling better about herself. Put up a poll
Right.
about wanting to make a fan house for content. You know what I mean? And
Right.
that's SFW stuff. That's not even NSFW stuff. So I checked out the poll. I go ahead and voted on it. Like, yeah, do that shit. I don't care.
Yeah.
You have motherfuckers literally poll. She one of the choices was they don't do it because she be selling out.
Yeah.
Like, bitch, where is she selling out? Like, I even said something about that. I'm like, y'all, do y'all even know the definition of selling out?
That's funny.
So, and I even told him myself, I'm like, selling out is literally me saying, hey, I hate Dead by Daylight. It's they offer me a contract for money, and I take that contract and I start playing Dead by Daylight.
Right.
That's
Exactly.
selling out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. And then you keep playing it, and yeah, you're jumping all on it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's selling out. Like the fact that you would tell somebody like Kiwa Play that they're selling out if they make a SFW fucking account just to post their content of themselves.
Mm.
It is like
Mm.
and mind you and we
Crazy.
both know her. She minds her business.
Yeah.
Keeps herself, does her content. Phenomenal woman. Like, no questions asked. She's one of the phenomenal ones. So for some people to sit there and say that she's doing that and that would be her selling out, like that really was like one of the straws that broke the camel's back for me.
Gotcha.
And she's had her own struggles. She's talked about it. They had what she had to do to deal with it, etc., etc. Man of the business by doing it.
Yeah. Is that poll still up? I'm trying to think.
The poll? No, that poll was a while ago.
Yeah, I know. I remember. I thought it was. No, I know the poll was a while ago.
Yeah, that poll was a while ago.
I know it was, but I know there's a way you can still see it. You can still see the reports of it at least.
Yeah,
how it was. Yeah.
You probably would have to find it. Like, generally just find it.
Yeah.
Unless she deleted it, and I highly doubt she did.
Yeah, but I'm like, I mean, sell it. Like I said, selling out. People like I like people just love throwing like a lot of these terms now. Like are not gonna lose meaning because people are throwing terms around because they're throwing these terms around because it's like, oh well, this is what it is because that's what they think. It's like, oh, you're selling out because you're doing OnlyFans. You're doing this because that. Like, if that's their choice, then that's their fucking choice.
Now here's my thing. Now selling out, as far as that goes, to me, would be like what a couple of the motherfuckers actually did. They literally said, "Hey, I would not do that," and then literally gave themselves a reason to justify themselves doing that, and then their fan base catering to that, instead of just saying, you actually literally just sold out." After bashing the women who are already doing it and saying doing LF content, NSFW content is wrong.
Yeah, that's true.
But you seeing how everybody else who's doing the content is doing, which by the way is not easy, mind you. We both know that.
Yep.
So technically, those ones are the ones y'all need to be calling sellouts. Not someone like Kiwa Play, who minds her damn business and just wanted to express herself and express her art. Like she's been doing, but she just wanted to do it on a bigger scale.
Right. And I mean, like if she does do OnlyFans, there's many ways. There's many ways you can go about doing the OnlyFans. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you can definitely do OnlyFans for different reasons.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A whole bunch of stuff like people need to understand. It's just like, you know, it's like I said, once again, people's perceptions are limited by what they see, and that's fine. But like a lot of people just need to go ahead and be like, look, okay, that's what I thought you were gonna do with OnlyFans. You're not, or even if she were to do that with OnlyFans, okay, well, just be honest. Okay, if you can be honest, be respectful with it. Say, okay, well, look, Kiwa, I've been supporting you for years. I really don't like the fact that you're gonna do OnlyFans. If you do decide to do OnlyFans, I'm not gonna support that part of your venture. You know what I'm saying? Don't, be honest with that. At least be honest or upfront. You know what I'm saying? Don't sit up here and be like, yo, yeah, cool, I got you. This, that, and the third, and then all of a sudden, nah, bro, really, I can't believe she did that. So I'm not really gonna support her like that. I'm just gonna stop. In a conversation with somebody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, nah, you can't do that. I can't do that at all. I'm just not gonna do it.
And that's the thing that kills me about it. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, my question is, somebody, and actually Lexington brought it up today. I bullshit you not. Right after I heard Retrolag's podcast on mental health, Lexington brought up a good point that some people literally want people to be miserable like they are, and that is the truth. And that's why I think people like Lexitons, people like Alta Venge, people like Kiwa, people like Luna Da Vinci
Yeah. Excuse me.
literally don't get the acknowledgement,
Yeah.
the engagement
Yeah.
about their mental health struggles and how they're trying to deal with it, have dealt with it, their previous stuff and stuff like that. Is because there is those who literally just want them to be down there with them and just be miserable.
Yeah.
That's why when I replied to it's really interesting that you just brought that up, because I had the second I sat there and I listened to Retrolag's stream, I was like, it's really some people that just want people not to overcome their shit.
Yeah.
They just don't want nobody to overcome their own shit.
Yeah.
Which
they're
is
stuck in there, and they're stuck in their thing.
Yeah. Which is just fucked. Honestly.
Yep.
I thought what happened to empowerment and all of that?
That's crazy.
Oh, wait.
The empowerment only works for them.
Yeah.
Or the people that they want to.
That they care about. Yeah. That only applies with who they want it to apply to.
Right. Yep.
That's ridiculous.
I mean, at least be honest with it. Like, that's my only thing. Is just be.
They won't be honest with it.
Honest. That's the problem. I mean, they need to go ahead and just be honest with it. And once they be honest with it, that makes things a lot easier. Because if they don't, that's basically what's going on right now. Is the fact that a lot of these people are not doing. They're not doing what they're whatchamacallit. Unless they got people in their circle doing it. You know what I'm saying? They only believe it. And like I said, and that's fine, because that's how we work as people. So my thing is, like with us, hey, I tell anybody to, make sure you do your best, be authentically, be a you or whatever. But hey, if somebody comes and talks to me or whatever, or if they're my team or whatever, I'm gonna be leaning more towards them than I do anybody on the outside, which is understandable. You feel me? And that's gonna be that's honest though. But you know what I'm saying? Don't sit up here and it's like
Don't sit there and
females,
like don't sit there and hate. They like how okay. Here's the question. How are you gonna sit there and say, on one hand, be okay with people overcoming their struggles and stuff like that, but because it's this person, you're not okay with that all of a sudden?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm talking about like legitimately overcoming themselves. We ain't getting into the whole, okay, well, this person lied on XYZ, this person's a pedophile. No, we talking about genuine people with genuine issues who have overcame them.
Yeah.
And just spoke out about it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, of course, with boundaries,
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. With certain boundaries in place, yeah. Because like I said, I mean, you'll have more. You'll be easier. It'll be easier for you to talk to like somebody like me, Disparity, or anybody else versus Joe Schmo 69 on the street. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's just that's just how I mean honestly, we we gotta understand we gotta understand and respect human nature. That's one. Right. One, we gotta understand and respect human nature, and two, we gotta understand that if we want the change, we gotta change. Right. So and three, we gotta understand that like um if we are if we want to be involved in people's circles, we got to make sure we have the general respect for each for different people. Like, you know what I'm saying? For if we're on the outside trying to get on the inside of something, or we're trying to get to know somebody, for example,
Mm-hmm.
then we do our best to put our best foot forward and maintain, be genuine enough to be firm in what we believe, but then also respectful enough to be sensitive to other people's plight or what they're going through. You know what I'm saying? With and make sure and hoping we get that same respect in return. If that makes any
Yeah, very much
sense,
so.
what I just said. And I think a lot of people are just on that me kick, and they are not getting that part because that's really what's going like that's really what's the problem right now is that there's a rift between each other, and not everybody's going to think the same thing, and it's like people have made it, especially when it comes down to some of these females that be posting this stuff. It's either one or two things. It's either you don't like you disagree and stuff like that, or you really don't like that, or you just basically start agreeing with everything, and oh, I'm with this person, I agree, everything she does, everything he or she does is great, everything he or she does is amazing, immaculate, whatever.
Yeah.
It's either if you don't kiss ass, oh, you're this bad person or whatever, and I'm like, that's the part that really is lost. Like there's people there's spectrums to this shit. There's like some people more than others. Some people you're closer with more than others. And sometimes that closeness lasts for a long time. Sometimes it's seasonal. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's we're cool with people for a bit, and back off, but you can be cool again. You got people like that, and it's natural. Shit like that is natural. So when you understand it, you just keep it moving. That's all you do. That's literally all you do.
Yeah,
That's
and
that's the way
you're right.
that's the way I see it. I think once people get to that part, I think once people get to that part, then we'll definitely be in a better place, especially when it comes down to socially in society. But until then, I mean, we're gonna keep running into these issues, and it's not always about who's of course, people that are popular, people are gonna flock more to people that's popular. That's life. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? I know you don't really care much for that part, but I mean that's just the
Mm-hmm.
fact of life. And once people start realizing that part, it's like, okay, you can either decide what to do from there with that. You know what I'm saying? Whether you want to, how you react to that is up to you, really. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
very much so.
And talking about there's nothing wrong with talking about mental health. It's just like I was actually watching Retrolag's video myself, and I was like, I kind of get where he was coming from, and yeah, it's nothing wrong with talking about mental health at all. Um, nothing wrong with it at all. But it's like also there's a time and a place. You feel me? Like there's a time and a place of for mental health, talking to people. There's a time and place for or certain people that you just can't talk to, or certain people just won't be able to handle it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
and I think that also applies to just some people just don't want to hear the truth, the harsh
Yeah,
truth of stuff too,
yeah, that is true. That is very true.
because as much as I don't want to say this, I will.
Mhm.
I've come to the realization that a lot of people who actually follow me are very, very vocal about harsh topics. They might not do it as much as I do, but
Mm,
they do it.
right. Right. Interesting. Mm-hmm.
because I can just flop down the amount of names, and
Yeah.
because I looked early and I'm like, damn, like
Mm.
I just like wow, I don't know why this person follows me, don't know why
Yeah.
this person follows me, and I'm just like,
Mm.
damn, I really do got like a really interesting list of people who follow me, and I don't get why that is. And
Mm.
let me also say
Wow.
this. I have personally reached out to Della quite a
Yeah.
few times, and I've told him flat out. I've told several people,
Yeah.
you know, all you got to do, dude, send me a message, bro. I
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah.
I don't talk about my own for my own reasons, but I get
Mm.
it, dude.
Yeah.
I 100% get it, bro. If you need
Yeah.
somebody, you need just to say something, hit me up, man. It's not
Mm.
that hard, bro. My DMs are open practically to anybody. I don't care. You know what I mean? If I see something I don't want to read, just delete
Yeah.
the shit. It's just as simple.
Right. Fair enough.
You know,
Mm.
and I'm not understanding how these men and women are willing to actually try, and they're pretty much just disliked for it over than somebody who just wants to stay in a miserable state.
Yeah.
I can't get behind that and agree with that.
Mm.
Like how can people scream this positivity and all of that, but y'all got a problem with somebody who's willing to make an effort that's resolve their own personal struggles.
I think it's because they it I think it might bother them. I think that's what it is. It might it might bother them because it's somebody that's actually trying to make the effort to do better.
Yeah, and then they had the audacity to say, well, they shouldn't be talking about that. First of all, it's their own Twitter. What do you mean you can't talk about what you want to talk about? What? That's by far the most
Right.
dumbest. Well, it ain't by far the
Right.
dumbest. I've heard some dumb shit, but it's on the scale of just being stupidity at that point.
Right.
If somebody want to talk about their struggles, enough, go right ahead.
Mm.
I'm not gonna stop you. I'm gonna read what you got to say.
Right.
But the first thing I'm gonna check is
Mm.
rather it's
Yeah.
gonna be. I'm gonna see what the problem is. First of all, my first thing is can I actually speak on it? If I can't speak on it, I'm gonna leave it alone.
Mm.
Cause I can't speak on something I have no knowledge about. That makes me look like an
Yeah.
idiot.
Right. True or that, or you just you still can have a bit. Like honestly, I kind of disagree there because that kind of stops a lot of conversations from that because you have to know what you're talking about in order to have a conversation. That's not always true. You can talk about, well, let's put it like this: you can talk about how something makes you feel, or from based on what the information is presented. If that makes sense, you know what I mean?
Oh well, yeah. I mean, I could show concern, yeah, but
Yeah.
like about the overall their personal struggle, though, I can't really
Mhm.
say anything on.
Mhm. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Now I can ask, well, what are your thoughts on what you want to do about it, or what do you want to try to do about it? You know what I
Right. Right. Right.
mean?
Right. Right. That makes sense.
Because that's usually my go-to. Yeah, I care. Of course I do. I wouldn't be saying anything to you at all if I didn't give a shit.
Right.
And I try to
That's
make
true.
that very clear with several people.
Mm. That's true. It's just, but you got to make sure you take the time to talk. You know what I'm saying? Like to
Yeah.
reach out, and that's the thing too. Like, also, I've also because I've dealt with some of this myself. It's like some people just are, they're once again their viewpoint. It's like that's you can't necessarily always judge people based off where they're at. You know what I'm
Oh yeah.
saying? Some people, that's what their perspective is. That's what they see, and they see, they see that, oh well, nobody really cares. So that's what they put. They're speaking from their perspective. You know what I'm saying? And and even when you do reach out to certain people, and say, hey man, look, I'm here. It's up to them to take it. So
Yeah.
to use the example of what you were saying with Della, so if Della never reaches out to you, then like, once again, it's no disrespect to Della, but I'm
None.
just saying this on the general tip that if Della never reaches out to you, if Della never reaches out to you, then that's it. Like there's nothing that you can do about it. Like you know what I'm saying, you reached, you've made the offer, you know what I'm saying, and then nothing. That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's nothing else that you can do about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, whether he decides to, whether he's able to talk, y'all to sit down, talk, have a conversation or whatever. That's on him. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's on him. And that's kind of how you got to look at things. So, you know, um, and it does, like I said, I know it might annoy you, once again, using the example because you're coming from a place of genuine. You're coming from a place of, I care. I want to, I enjoy, I've already, I'm interested based off what I see. So, and I've hung, from the times I hung out with you, I'm cool with you. So let me reach out to you. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Yep.
So, and you're coming from a place of genuineness, and some people just may not see it. Some people may not get it. Some people may not, you know, that it's just because it's two different perspectives, two different lives. They're going through their thing. And we don't know what the other person's going through sometimes.
Very much
You
so.
know, so that's one thing you got to kind of keep in mind. And I mean, is it frustrating sometimes? Yeah. I mean, there's been times where try to reach out to people, and that's kind of part of why I'm kind of like the way I am now. Like there's been times where I try to reach out to people and try to be respectful to people, and then it doesn't get anywhere. And I'm like, okay, well, you know what? Got you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My thing is
Very
sometimes you got to be
definitely.
careful. You just got to be careful sometimes and not always take it personal. Um, that's the other thing that I'm working on too, is don't always take it personal, because some people just simply can't, don't see it. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you're looking for something, you lose your glasses, and your glasses are right in front of you. Sometimes you just don't see it.
Yep.
You don't click on your brain. So it's the same thing with that. Sometimes you got people, hey man, I've been wanting to talk to you for a minute. Oh, well, my bad, I didn't know. Hey, life happens.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So like I said, once again, it's a mixture of a lot of things. It's not just and I said it before, and to kind of like sum everything up. It's a mixture of everything. It's a mixture. See, I like how you cleaned your glasses after I mentioned glasses.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
uh, but but yeah. So like it's a mixture of everything. Like if if it's the people that's putting out this content, those type of people, you know. Uh, that are out there that are just using it for clicks, and we know the people that are using trauma to get clicks,
Yeah.
and gain partnerships. I can't. That's funny. Oh, people getting partnerships, bro. Let me fake some trauma. Let
Ooh,
me call
boy.
mom. Let me look. Let me get look. My mom just started some
Lord
drama.
have
Let me start some
mercy.
drama. Let me start some drama with my mom's right now, so I can get some and put it on social media, so I can get some clicks and get partnered, and then take a day off Twitch.
Lord have mercy.
Maybe start some drama, with the fam drama, or maybe host another day off Twitch or something, next year. Beat them to the punch next year. That's what they do around the same time every year.
Christmas time coming up. Well, time to make somebody new partner.
Yeah, right. Christmas time. Christmas time coming. Christmas time. Let me see. Holiday partner push.
Mhm.
Instead of doing it the right way.
Holiday
Instead of doing it,
partner push.
yeah. Instead of doing it the right way. Instead of actually putting in the work that we gonna start
Oh,
drama.
oh shit. We got to find something to
Uh,
blame the white man for.
right.
It's
Blame the
about that
white man
time.
for it.
It's about
Right.
that
You
time
know,
of the year.
the white man made Christmas. You know, we can't celebrate Christmas because that's the white man's holiday. What the hell? Oh man, we got anti-Christmas. You know, everybody. You know, the one time a year where people actually have a shred of dignity, shred of
Yeah,
human decency. You know, they want to take that away now. I'm like, get out of here.
yeah.
You know. Oh, the big one, the jab. If you don't take the jab, you don't care about nobody. You don't. You know. You can't go out and live your life because you don't comply.
I'm shit. I'm with Luna Da Vinci. I do not comply. I'm with
Hell
Luna Da
no.
Vinci on that. She said that
She
shit.
did. Her and a couple other people said that shit, bro. I'm
I
like,
do
bro,
not comply. I agree. Wholehearted.
I,
I do not comply.
if I make the decision, I'm making the decision for myself, and I ain't made the
Exactly.
decision. I ain't made the decision yet. That's one thing I'm not messing with. But anywho, but yeah, I honestly think that I think that's part of it. Like we know the people that like honestly, in getting to understand the people that are doing it for the clicks, and if possible, I say if possible, call it out. You know what I'm saying? Call it out. Call the shit out. You know, if you can, especially if that's if you are in a close circle with somebody, you see him doing some fuck shit, please call him out. Like, hey, bro, or at least pull them to the side and be like, hey, bro, what you doing? What do you mean by this? What are you trying to do? Especially if you don't believe that person, man. And
I'm, I'm
if they
gonna
give
I'm
you
gonna
problems
say
with it,
this. I'm gonna say this since this was posted. I only helped Satan this information because it was told to me out of confidence. But since it
okay.
became a public thing, I will
Mhm.
say this. Some people need to stick to their criticism to where it's at and what they know about and
Mm.
leave witches alone.
Mm.
And
Uh-huh.
that's all I'm going to say about that, though. And I'm only
Wow.
saying it because it became a public thing. Because
Mm.
somebody decided to make a public statement a while ago about it. And I ain't said nothing about it till now. But there's a tribe that needs to leave people alone. That's all I'm going to
Yep,
say.
that is true.
That's all I'm going to
That's
say.
true. That's true.
I
People
might
out
not
there.
agree with everything how
Yeah.
that witch goes about every single thing. But I
Yeah.
will sit there and say
Yeah.
that witch has no problem coming and pulling me to the side and having a conversation with me.
Yeah.
I will say that.
Well, I mean, lucky for you, I haven't had that. I haven't had that opportunity yet. I have not. I have not had that opportunity. At least not yet. I mean, I'm not saying that would never happen. I'm just saying that
I, I
nobody
just
reached out.
I, I I just don't agree with people being deemed what they are deemed just because of what they believe in and what they choose to believe in. I don't agree with that. Especially when they can throw shit right in your face, proving otherwise. No questions asked. I don't agree with that.
Mm, that's crazy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
People out here wild. People out here wilding, man.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna leave that alone though, because
Yeah.
that one might get me in trouble. that might get me in some shit.
Oh,
I ain't gonna
now.
lie. I'm taking that one. Like I said, I'm only saying that
Yeah.
because it became a public thing a while ago. Because somebody thought they was
Mhm.
trying to be cute.
Right. Right. I feel it. I
Hmm.
totally understand.
That's all I'm saying. And also, the other witch is not a fucking sellout. That's all I'm
Mm.
saying.
Well,
You said what I said.
that's just how they are. True. I mean, I just
Hmm.
like I said, hey, it's how they operate. If that's how they want to. If that's how they move,
Hmm.
you can either go for it or not. You know.
Yeah. We just explained the real meaning of the word of a sellout.
Yo.
KY, you are not a sellout if you go make a fan house. I am telling you right now.
Oh, yeah, Fan House is definitely the light version of
Yeah,
OnlyFans.
exactly.
Definitely the light version.
Wow,
Y'all,
imagine
y'all
calling a
y'all can go
hoe.
ahead.
Y'all call KY a sellout.
You're selling your body on a safe work site. It doesn't even let you do that. I looked
Bruh.
at the thing. That's the crazy part is I looked at the thing just to see if they allow for it. They can't
Mm-hmm.
even allow for it right now because there's no way for them to pay them. They can't do it.
Lord have
Like
mercy.
so, all the girls that thought about doing OnlyFans but didn't really want to, uh, you know, that didn't, that was like, oh, I want to do thirst traps and stuff like that. Go to Fan House, please. That way you'll leave OnlyFans alone.
I mean, I ain't got no problem. They want to do, because one of them, we both know, actually does OF content and don't post nudes at all. They just post
Yeah,
their sets and be done with it.
yeah.
They haven't in a while. Granted, they have a good reason, but that's all they do.
Mm,
Look good
I,
doing it, but that's all they do. They don't. I mean, it's what it
my
is.
thing, like I said,
The,
I don't have a problem with that. Like I never had, I don't really have much of a problem with it. It's just that honestly, originally it was intended for musicians. The site itself was intended for musicians, but if you are gonna do that, I'm just gonna say just make it clear up front that that's what you do, because especially nowadays when people think that OnlyFans, they think that
yeah, yeah, but
they think extra.
but see, the one I'm talking about included. Let that be
Yeah,
known. You know what I mean?
yeah, that's
I get your point though. Where some just don't do that at all.
yeah. They don't. But I'm just saying you need to. If that's the case, you need to make it like when people land on your page, like if
Mm-hmm.
people like when they first land on your your OnlyFans page, your landing page, put that in the description. Hey, I don't do this. Welcome to my OnlyFans. This is my welcome to my side of the internet or whatever. I don't do this. No nudes. No nudes only. No nudes. Never will be nudes or whatever. Blah blah blah. Whoop de woo. Whatever. However you word it.
Some
Just
do.
no. But it needs to be more. Like honestly, it needs to
Mm-hmm.
be more, and they need to leave it alone. I mean, well, I'm not gonna get that much money. Okay, well, that's a you problem.
You want me to be straight up though? I'm gonna tell you something straight up though. I've
Yeah,
received more respectful messages on OF than I have on Twitter.
that makes sense.
And I'm not gonna lie.
That makes
Like
sense.
I've gotten literally messages from women who both lewds and nudes who straight up say, "Hey, I know you not on here for XYZ, but would you mind, taking out time, look at my page, check out my page." I'll go
Yeah,
look. I'm like, that's a respectful message. You know what? Yeah, I will go take a look at your content for that respectful message right there. But
mm-hmm.
I have learned, and I've still learning as always. But I had to learn slowly, and Nuggy has even said this openly. Not everybody thinks like me.
Yeah, yeah, yep. That's true. Not everybody thinks like you. I have to learn it myself.
Yeah,
I believe that. I have to learn that
and
myself.
what bothers some people don't bother me. We want to talk about sex? Let's talk about sex. We want to talk about
Yeah.
nudes? I'm talking about nudes. That's why I make it very clear. Like, I don't care if it's somebody I know. You want to send me a picture, ask me how you looking at? Cool. Don't care.
Right.
I probably won't even think nothing of it. Just say, okay, you look good.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody random do it? Nah, fuck you.
Yeah.
I don't even know you. Fuck you sending me this shit for?
Yeah, that's true.
Cause 90% it really does nothing for me. I'm just like, okay, you look good. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you do, you do. You don't, you don't.
Yeah, that's true.
I ain't gonna sit there and lie to you. I ain't gonna sit there, even somebody I know, I'm not gonna sit there and lie to you until you look good when I sit there and say, well, something's, when I clearly, it's clear as they see something's wrong.
That's cool.
You know,
that's true.
I'm not gonna do that. That's not what you're at. You're not asking me to lie to you. Like, if you want me to lie to you, ask me to lie to you, and I'll lie to you. That's fine. But no, I don't. There's two different ways to go about things. Granted, yeah, okay, on OF, okay, most of them are random because I don't know who the hell they are. But it's the way they ask me to at least look at their page. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly. That's true.
Like, you acknowledging, okay, one, you already acknowledged that, okay, you've looked at my page, you've seen the details, description, etc., etc. So you know what I'm on here for. And it's really not for your nudes or nudes in general. So you already acknowledged that. So that means you obviously looked at my fucking page. So that's already a plus for me. So for you to sit there, then still say, hey, if you don't mind taking a look at mine. Yeah.
Right. And I mean, you'll give an honest opinion. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I don't understand, like, how do I put this? I mean, there's nothing wrong with asking a dude their opinion. Like, I don't know, especially when it comes down to that type of content, because I know that's mainly what we've been talking about is girls that do this type of content.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, like, you never know how that can go about. Like, you know, for you, that could be, you know, like if a girl asks you, but hey, can you show me what you think of your OnlyFans? I mean, honestly, that could be. You never know how that could turn out for her. You know, she never know how that could turn out. Like, that could be a new subscriber right there. You know, that could be a support system in some way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying? So that's the, you know, or you know, maybe that could lead to, you know, a subscribe. You know, you subscribing to somebody's OnlyFans. I mean, if you're able to. I mean,
sometimes it has. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, and I mean, and there's nothing wrong with that.
There's a couple of my I low key subscribe to because of that. I just said, fuck it, I'll support your ass.
Yeah.
Barely looked at their fucking content. Barely looked at their content. I just subbed just cause. You know what? You respectful. Here, take a sub. I don't care. Hell. Hey, but in fact, I'll tell you something else. I literally, no joke. One woman posted one day, was like, give me X amount of money. I give you any picture you want. If they see this video and they want to vouch for this, they can. I don't care.
Right.
I said, just give me something with you wearing the best outfit you got.
Right.
And they did it. Like, okay, cool. I just wanted to support you.
Got the money from it. Oh man. Yeah, I got the money from it. Then I mean, sometimes that's how it is. I mean, a lot of people just.
Sometimes
people need to stop skirting around the issue and just like be honest with themselves. That's what.
Exactly. I mean, I know
like that goes back to Retrolag too. Like, I mean, like that's what Retrolag said. Like, honestly, just be honest with yourself. Like, if that's how you feel about it, then that's how you feel about it. Like, if you like certain things, you like certain things. If you know, that's how you. If you're that type of guy, you know what I'm saying? Hey, just be honest with yourself, and then just call it a day. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Anybody who makes you feel outside, you know, bad otherwise, then you know, fuck 'em.
Yeah.
That's the only way I can think about it. It's like, why are you, you know, like, I mean, I get it. In a way, I understand, because it's like, you know, it's a random person. You don't want to feel weird around them. You don't want to be like, I don't, you know, you kind of want to be careful how you handle yourself. But then at the end of the day, it's like, you know, if you like something, you like something. It is what it is. Now, and if they take it the wrong way, try to explain it to them. Hey, no, it ain't that type of party. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? But hey, this is how I compliment. You know, I might compliment a certain way. It might make you feel a certain type of way. But hey, that's normally how I talk. That's normally how I compliment.
I mean, okay? to be fair, let me say this. Nah, I don't know if you know this person is. Well, most people know how I talk. I use sugar, stuff like that. You know, now it's and I've always said this. It's rare rare for me
Yeah.
to ever get a woman who sit there and just say, hey, you know, I don't like that, I don't appreciate that, la da da da. Okay, fine. One woman just openly said that. She said it politely. She was like, just, I don't mind what you're saying. Just do me a favor. Don't call me that. Like, okay.
Yeah.
I apologized. Got right back on the subject. It's like, all right. She was like, oh, wow, you know. But I'm supposed to get mad about that? No, you respectfully asked me not to call you that.
How dare you tell me not to have?
Yeah, why would I get mad about that? Like, bro, it's better things. I can find better things to get mad about than that. Like, I already know. Not everybody likes. Not every woman likes that.
Yeah.
So if you sit there and you tell me, hey, you don't like it, fine. I'll do what I can to get it out of my system in front of you. Well, towards you.
Right.
Which is fine. Which is understandable, fine, and respectful. You ain't try to cuss me out about it and no shit like that. So why the fuck would I get mad?
Right.
Like,
oh boy.
But on the same hand, let me say this. Like, and I get it though. But I get it. Because it's like you do have those people who literally get mad about that kind of stuff.
Yeah. For no reason to. That should be getting
like I've had that happen several times where somebody will sit there and literally give me like a disagreement, or they'll correct something I say, and I'll be like, oh, okay, well, thanks for correcting me. They'll be like, oh wow, dude. Like, oh my god, I thought you were gonna get mad. Why the fuck would I get mad? No, you corrected me and you made the shit right. Like, why am I going to get mad about that?
Yeah, and we're in a private setting. We're just talking, chilling, and it ain't.
No, this is on an open platform. This is a public open platform. Matter of fact, I'll give you a perfect example. One day, yeah, this is on Twitter. Fuck, I'm not gonna be able to pronounce that woman's goddamn name. She gonna beat my ass. X-Nose. That is probably not how you pronounce that shit.
Okay.
Mixed woman got big ass titties. Everybody know
her. I might, but you have to.
Yeah, I'll show you. So you've seen her before. I promise you have.
Okay.
We was talking about the subject of Danganronpa.
Okay.
And I was like, well, just play the first two games because the games came out first.
Right.
Then the anime. So dude replied was like, no, hold on. No, the animes came first, then they played the games. I was like, oh well, hell. Oh well, I was always told the games came out first, then they made the animes based off the games. It was like, no, the anime was first, then the game. I was like, okay, well, I'm corrected.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Yeah. Dude sitting there like, wow, okay, I wasn't expecting that. Or how old boy, matter of fact, one cat actually followed me. This is about Marvel Comics. I can't think of who the fuck made the damn tweet. Okay. And I was like, well, you looking for females in comics, and I'm, Google search bunch of females that more recent Marvel females that came out with comics. And so, the cat came behind. I guess he seen it. It was like, no, two of them wasn't made by Marvel. It was made by, I want to say, indie developer. I can't remember exactly 100% what he said right now. But it wasn't by Marvel. And I was like, oh, well, hell, damn, I didn't even know that. Well, thanks for correcting the whole thing. I was just posting because he sat there and said he didn't think none were out right now or had been out recently. He's like, wow, I didn't know you were going to react like that to it. I'm like, dude, I mean, you're fixing a problem. Like, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. That's fine. So it's like, so I actually got a follow out of that. But it's like, it's like, bruh, can no one be wrong in 2020 anymore in this day and age or something?
Right.
Like, bruh.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And I'm just like, dude, you corrected me. It's fine. I'm not gonna make a big deal about it. Like, bro, I'm not gonna be mad at you because you corrected me. What the hell? What is wrong? Like, bro, no.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, if the correction is valid, if it's a valid correction, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, as long as the correction is valid, or you know what I'm saying, it's not. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying, and it's also it's up to you to be the bigger person, and be like, all right, cool, I got it, I understand.
Yeah.
My bad.
Now,
It is what it is.
what triggers me is when the people sit there and literally divert from them being wrong to try to make themselves being right. That's when I have a problem with people.
Yeah,
they will change their whole statement that they made to make themselves right, and I just be like, bruh, stop, please, God, stop. You're fucking just at this point. You're just making me want to get you to block me. Just happened yesterday, by the way. I get that more of anything else.
Oh yeah.
And I just be sitting here laughing. That's why I like my timeline the way it is now, and how I just react to stuff. Like, bro, I'm literally just pointing out, bro. All you had to do was just admit that, okay, I was wrong, but this is actually what I meant. I'd have been like, okay, discussion done. I would have gave you that, the but after the but part. If you would have just sat there and acknowledged the fact that your original statement was flawed. It's not hard to do, y'all. Come on. I'm not a difficult person. Y'all make me difficult. Y'all make me want to be difficult with y'all. No, seriously, they really do. Y'all have no idea. I'm a non-difficult person. Non-difficult person.
Oh, that's funny.
I still don't know why the fuck I got 700 followers, but okay, we're gonna go with that.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Don't question it. Just take it.
Hey, I actually have a goal to hit 1,000. I want to hit 1,000, and when I hit 1,000, I'm gonna say I did it naturally.
Yeah. You did it your way.
I did it my way. That's all that matters. Despite what everybody believes. Totally, 100%.
You sub for subbed. You bought your followers.
Oh yeah, definitely bought my followers.
Yeah. You bought your followers. You what else? What else is a thing? Thirst traps. Well, kind of.
I haven't done. I did one thirst trap, one, and that wasn't even on my main account. That was on my NSFW account. There's a difference. Right. That's a difference, sir. I'll have you know that. I did one. I was debating on the second one, but I gave y'all one.
Yeah, one's good enough.
Yeah, one. If I do anything else, it's gonna be some live action shit. It's gonna be some live action shit. If I get
right, it's somebody, and I'm getting paid for that shit. That's what I'm doing.
Exactly.
I'm getting paid, or something about to happen. Like I don't know.
Yeah. 100%. I'm telling you.
No, these people on Twitter wild.
What is happening now, dude? Like,
nothing. Oh, the one on my backup account. Speaking of Retrolag, so I guess people had answered back to Retrolag's thing when he was talking about the what was that one post he made? Hold on, I'm about to for those who don't know. The
you can pull that screen up.
Yeah.
Take a look.
What is absurd? What the F thing you seen the streamer do for clout, impressions, views, popularity? That one.
Show your screen real quick.
All right. Hello. What? There we go.
Okay, hold on.
There it goes.
Okay.
It should be that one right there.
Yeah.
That one. That's the one right there. This is the one. So apparently he was getting responses back. Multiple posts are okay. Do not use name. See, I was gonna post something, but see that last one, I was like, I'll be nice today. It was Friday when I saw it. I was like, nah. I was gonna be like, man, F that. I'm gonna tag people because I know some people that did some shit. Okay.
Oh no, we definitely know people who've done things.
Hell, over the last year, the big one. This is the one that got me getting partnered with companies, verified thousands of followers, all at the expense of a family crisis. Oh, and then I put,
Oh,
but blocked and muted people who didn't agree. I sure did put that. And then I think the spirit says, I don't know who you're talking about. Oh boy, he also got YouTube partner. Oh, he did get YouTube partner through that. Okay,
he did.
all right. Yeah, I guess so.
That I didn't
And
know.
that's why this is what got it. Look, our good buddy. And I'm using that loosely here. Cookie side, Crumb side. That's what we're gonna call him. Cookie Crumb. I know who he's talking about, and he has no effing clue what he's talking about. It's funny to see how desperate little useless streamers channels their jealousy for others when they should mind their own business and work on improving their garbage content. The dude doesn't even Retrolag doesn't even stream. See, I'm about to tell him something about this. I need to tell him something about this. But nope, we're not doing that on today's video. I do that on my own time.
I was gonna say we're just looking, aren't we?
Yeah, we're just looking.
Okay. See, I didn't see all that. That must have just happened.
Yeah, it just happened. That was 50 minutes ago. That was an hour and 50 minutes ago. Yep.
Okay, yeah. I've been hanging out today.
Yeah, an hour, 50 minutes, 47 minutes. Yeah, this was the response to this was about an hour ago. even though this was done at 9:52 in the morning on yesterday. Y'all slow. Oh man, these people are weird. People are weirdos. But mental health though. Like I would tell
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
I would tell them about themselves, but that'll mess up their mental health if we tell them about themselves. You know how it is. Mental health. Telling people about themselves and mental health doesn't go well together with them.
Look him. There's a reason why I muted wholesome. I muted positive vibes only. That stupid ass emote. All that. There's a reason why I muted all that shit. The only reason why Miss Salty Giggles got away with it, and I seen her tweet, is because she put in quotations. I don't see none of that stuff no more. I just happened to see it, but to be fair, she had a legit statement regarding it, so I kind of let it fly.
Yeah.
I let it fly because I knew what she was talking about.
Right.
So
it was to do that, but
yeah,
nothing wrong with having mental health, talking about mental health, but it's like I said, I think honestly it's better for people to just go ahead and I think it's better for people to if to talk about it responsibly.
exactly.
Talk
Agreed.
about it responsibly and respect other people's. If somebody is talking about it, if you are joining in that conversation, you do have to go in with a mindset of, being ready to listen, and or at least trying to at least have a willingness to try to understand, and that's the key. Having a willingness to understand and understand what the situation is, because it can get heavy. You know what I'm saying?
Very much so.
And have enough sense to know that if you don't fit the bill or if you don't know what's going on, either ask questions to get a better understanding, or better yet, keep your mouth shut. Just sometimes you ain't gotta talk on everything, speak on everything. I don't care if you are a partnered streamer, if you got a verified check mark. Sometimes it's good to just listen to other people.
Not all of them got them like they say they do.
Exactly. That's the problem. That is the issue. Folks need to stop lying.
It's like how the mother mom keeps saying, you got too many people who don't care until it affects them.
Yeah.
Then they want to
I
care.
mean,
Why?
or they
And,
want and they want other people to care about them. It's like,
yep. And my thing is, why is it always taking a tragedy or something of the sort before people decide they want to care about shit?
yeah, that's true. That is true. That is totally true. And it doesn't need, like, you don't need that. Like, you don't need a tragedy to care about people. I mean, some people, like I said, some people it just takes them a bit, to warm up. I ain't mad at you for it. If that's how you get down, that's cool. That's fine. But like I said, at least be honest with the shit. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know,
I
some
keep trying to tell people, honesty goes a long way.
some
Goes a
people can't do that.
long. Some people generally cannot do that under any circumstance. Like they, I don't know. It's like people see truth and honesty, and they slam the door on that. I will never understand that.
I, bro, you and me both. I'm trying to figure it out when I'm a damn self. I don't even know. But I appreciate that, man. Then definitely, folks need to definitely understand it. I think once folks understand it, I think we'll be in a much, much better place.
Yeah, definitely. And it should be. And instead of this policing, I'll say what's valid and what's invalid. You know what I mean?
Yes.
As far as how can I say this? As far as what should be deemed quote unquote mental health and what isn't, don't they technically have professionals who diagnose people for that?
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, why is people on Twitter telling this person that their mental health is invalid, but then they'll turn around and tell their friend that theirs is valid? Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Lexitone just not mentioned that the other day.
Mm-mm-mm. I mean, honestly, it's just once again, it goes back to it just goes back to it goes back to the tribal mentality, which isn't necessarily all bad. But it does need to be fixed, and it does need to be, in a way, it needs to be tweaked to the point where you don't need to like completely shun people out that don't you know that don't subscribe to your ideals or whatever. You don't need to completely shun them out, but at least treat them with some kind of dignity. At least have some kind of decency, and that's what needs to happen.
Bro, it's an absolute witch hunt now.
That like I said, that's the part where it's messed up, man.
I mean, we
Like I
got.
said, yeah.
I've read at least 3 or 4 things talking about genocide, bro. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
why?
I don't know. People, like I said, once again, people are people are literally out here not thinking. They are well. People are just out here being, like I said, being stupid. That's
I'm
pretty
gonna
much
I'm
it.
gonna tell you why this has happened. I said a while ago, and I said this a while ago. Like I'm talking about, like almost a year and a half ago. I sat there and said,
Mhm.
if people keep supporting these kinds of people who are promoting hate and everything else,
Mhm.
this is the end result now. What we have going on almost every day of people
Yeah.
leaving stuff unchecked.
Yeah. That's true.
And you want to know who to blame for this? Those same very
Yeah.
people who now are not liking it.
Yeah.
Genocide literally means death to people.
Yeah.
That includes little kids. That includes
Yeah.
people's children.
That includes innocence. Yeah, that includes innocence.
Yeah.
The innocent people that's involved. Yeah, you're trying to get rid of everything because then the idea behind it, and I don't want to make it sound like I'm rationalizing the shit, but
Yeah.
the idea behind the genocide is to to take out people who don't think like you, because the other people that people may be deemed a threat. Anybody else who, basically you take out them, and then it becomes a if somebody sees their love, something happens to their loved one, they're definitely not gonna side with you for it. They're gonna like, well, you took out my loved one. The fuck. So that's why a lot of these people, especially when it comes down to this cancel culture stuff, is trying to advocate for that, because it's a threat. You know what I'm saying? But in that case, that's why I'm like, you know what, fuck it. No, I'm not. You can suck a dick. That's where the divisiveness comes in. But when people start talking about that in a social manner, because they're trying to even do that socially, to where once again with cancel culture, they're trying to make it to where, like, oh, well, you don't believe this, well, then you're this bad person. Not, I don't agree with your viewpoint, you still have a chance to be whatever, but, oh, you don't, well, if you don't agree with this one viewpoint, then that means you must insert X extravagant thing here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, well,
Yeah.
you're transphobic because you wouldn't date a trans woman. Or you're racist because you think that black people should stop stealing and looting. You know what I'm saying? Or you're a coon if you're black and you say that shit. Uh Stupid shit. Stuff like that. Like, people, oh, you're
Yeah.
racist, or you're a bigot. Like, what? Uh-huh. There ain't nobody. Where are you getting these words from? Like, and they're big words. These people are literally. There's people that are literally, talking about, and then once again, when you combat them with it, they want to sit up here, and especially when you get them, in a spot where, and it shows that they're been proven clearly wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Watch how quick they throw up the mental health card. Like, watch how quick they throw up, well, I've been dealing with depression, I've been dealing with this, I've been dealing with that. Well, if you were dealing with that, really, then why are you over here lashing out at me? Don't use your depression as a shield. Don't use your ADHD or whatever little mental illness you got as a shield to combat the critique that you're getting. You know what I'm saying? Because anytime you put anything public out there, it's open to critique. Like, that's just point blank, period. That goes for what you post, I post, you know, any random woman that wants to post a thirst trap. It's open to critique. And sometimes the critiques aren't necessarily nice.
Yeah.
And folks need to get it. You know what I'm saying? So until folks get that part, then we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going back and forth and having this discussion. And when people stop with this tribal stuff, like, I think things will be a hell of a lot better. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let's be honest though too. A lot of the quote unquote tribal stuff is really based off of lies. Once you really think about it,
In a way, yeah.
because it's going based off of, okay, we think this person is this,
Mm-hmm.
when they're actually not.
Yeah.
But they're going against our narrative. Therefore, we're agreeing with each other that person is, quote, anti-black, quote, coon, quote, tap dancer, etc.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. Because of what we think, and it's not based off of what we. It's not based off of what's. It's not based off of what's being. What's the word? It's not based off of a. How do I put this? It's not based off of a. You getting to sit down and know the person for yourself. Basically, that type of
Exactly.
deal. Like, you know, or
Or it's like,
understand.
or it's like how I'm really starting to, like I said the other, well, I think it was yesterday I said this. I'm starting to really understand what Shagworth comes with when he says people are just being intellectually dishonest.
Yeah,
Because all that really is just
pretty much.
a stronger word for people are lying to themselves. But being intellectually dishonest, I feel like is that, but with an agenda.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
a reason why you're doing that.
yeah. That's true. Yep.
Which,
There's
in
a reason
fact,
for it.
a lot of people are doing that.
Yep. Some people are doing it on purpose. Well, and it's
Yeah.
intellectually dishonest. And what's worse is actually some people are doing it. Um, some people are doing it unintentionally too. That's the crazy part about it is that there's some people that are doing that.
Mm-hmm.
It's unintentional because they're getting once again they're getting caught up in the motions, the BS. You know what I'm saying?
Very much
Like
so.
that's they're caught up in that. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
but then again, it makes it worse when there's people that are actually out there that literally be like, okay, yeah, we know what we're doing. You know, we know what we're doing. We know it's wrong, but we're gonna do it anyway.
Yeah. Exactly. And
But
they,
nah, I
and
get it.
most of the time, they have a reason for it.
Yeah, because they don't care. Like the incident with old boy when I had that conversation with old boy, which he's still going, which technically he's still going on about it because that's all he does.
Which one?
That's why our favorite color.
Oh,
Yeah,
that.
I'm not mentioning his name on here because he don't get no credit from me.
Yeah.
That's all he want. He still can't get it. That's the funny part. Because I did that. I actually did that. I even did that the first video, right? The first
Mm-hmm.
video after, like on Twitter, after we had that discussion with him, I basically like he was like because when I found out he was trying to get in touch with Gothics and trying to like expose that this and the third, but then he was like, "Oh, well, say my name. Like at least you could at least say my name, right?" And so when I posted my thing, I put out his name because that's what he wanted. No clout over here, buddy. We gonna talk shit to you, talk shit about you, but you're not getting no clout. Not over
Yeah.
here. You know what I'm saying? So you're not gonna get what you want. That's why you struggling. Now you have to keep talking,
Yeah. Yep.
and you still not gonna get no play. Dog. How do you feel?
Bruh. I don't.
How you? Like it can't be me, bro. After a while, I
I
stop.
can't. I can't. And the crazy part is, he's really determined. He's really determined just to get his name said.
That's what I'm saying.
Lord have mercy. Some people.
Yeah,
Just some people.
yo, that is true. That is true.
But, end of the day, let's tune in LG, Emperor of the Dynasty.
Yes, sir.
Y'all know who I am, Dark Riddler, voice of the voiceless.
Yes, sir. And go get your talk about the. Don't wrong with talking about your mental health. Talk about it.
Win of all wins. Y'all know how we do it. I still need
Exactly.
my picture for that. Also, yeah, don't be surprised if you see me with new hair tomorrow.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
Let me find out you rocking braids tomorrow, bro.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Definitely.
You serious? Oh, you serious about the
I'm
braids?
dead. I'm dead serious. Dead serious.
You know what? Hey, go for it. I'm not even mad. I was joking, but you was serious. Okay, got
I'm
you.
dead serious. Y'all can find LG on SoundCloud, YouTube, and Twitch, and also X videos. As always, links will be in the description. As always, you can find me right here on YouTube, on Twitch, and on Pornhub. Y'all, we out of here. And if you happen to last through this whole thing and heard everything, kudos to you. Leave a like and all that good jazz. Follow me. Check out my link tree for all the rest of my content. We out of here, y'all. Stay out of bad trouble.